What if the next quarter you find isn't just 25 cents, but a hidden treasure worth thousands? These 3 hidden quarter coins, worth over $400,000, still in circulation. Check your pocket now. In today's video, from Wheat Pennies in Circulation, we reveal 3 ultra-rare Washington quarter dollars that collectors across the United States are desperately searching for right now. These are not coins locked in museums. These are coins that people are accidentally spending every single day. From a mysterious 1,964 quarter with a bronze-like appearance to a haunting 1,944 quarter with dark toning and rare spotting. And finally, a shocking 1,941 quarter that looks ordinary but carries unbelievable value. This video will change the way you see your pocket change forever. Warning: after watching this, you may never spend a quarter without checking it first. These coins are rising in value every single day. This is not fiction. This is real collector demand in today's market. Wait, observe, and you could be holding a hidden fortune without even knowing it. Comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Like, subscribe, share. Because here at Wheat Pennies in Circulation, we bring you fresh updates every single day on hidden treasures still out there. The moment you hear 1,964 quarter, your mind might say, common coin, nothing special. But stop right there, because what I'm about to reveal will completely flip that belief. There exists a mysterious version of the 1,964 Washington quarter, one that doesn't scream value at first glance. In fact, it looks different in a strange way. A light bronze tone instead of the typical silver shine, with grey-black spotting across both the obverse and reverse, almost like time itself left fingerprints on it. And here's where the suspense begins. Most people who find this coin don't even realize what they're holding. They spend it, they lose it, they ignore it. But collectors, they are hunting it relentlessly. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington. But in this rare variation, the surface carries an unusual warmth. That faint bronze-like glow, mixed with darker oxidation spots, creates a look that is instantly suspicious to trained eyes. The word Liberty still stands proudly above, and the date 1,964 below, but the overall tone feels off, and that's exactly what makes it powerful. Flip the coin over, and the eagle on the reverse appears strong and detailed, but again, those grey-black patches and subtle discolorations create a striking contrast. It doesn't look polished, it looks aged with purpose. And that no mint mark? That's your first silent clue. 1,964 was a historic year in U.S. coinage. It marked the final year quarters were struck with 90% silver composition before the U.S. mint shifted to clad coins. During this transition, the minting process experienced intense pressure, high demand, and rapid production. And when production speeds up, mistakes, anomalies, and experimental outcomes can slip through. Some experts believe coins like this may have been exposed to unusual environmental conditions, while others whisper about striking irregularities or improper metal blending during the chaotic final silver year. Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear. This coin wasn't supposed to look like this, and that's exactly why it stands out today. This coin belongs to the last generation of 90% silver quarters, composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, but its unusual surface color makes it feel like something else entirely. Its weight should be approximately 6.25 grams. Not more, not less, because even a slight deviation could indicate something even more extraordinary. The diameter is around 24.3 millimeters, with a thickness close to 1.75 millimeters, and its reeded edge must remain sharp and intact. Collectors examine these details with extreme precision, because when everything matches and the color still looks wrong, that's when excitement explodes. This is where the coin transforms from interesting to jaw-dropping. The light bronze tone is not normal. The gray-black spotting is not random. The absence of a mint mark is not just coincidence. Together, these elements create a signature look that whispers rarity. In extra-fine condition, the coin still holds strong details. Washington's hair remains defined, the eagle's feathers visible, and the surfaces only lightly worn. This balance of wear and mystery is what collectors crave. It's not just a coin, it's a puzzle, and collectors are obsessed with solving it. Coins like this are not flooding the market. They appear quietly, unexpectedly, often in the hands of people who have no idea what they've found. That's what makes it dangerous in a good way, because rare coins that hide in plain sight create insane demand. Collectors across the US are watching auctions, scanning listings, and searching circulation for pieces exactly like this. When one appears, the competition becomes intense, because they know this isn't just a collectible, this is a hidden treasure that most people overlook. Now here's the moment that changes everything. This exact coin, 1964 quarter, with no mint mark, light bronze tone, gray-black spotting in extra fine condition, is currently reaching an astonishing value of $120,900 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. And this price is absolutely current. This is not imagination. This is not exaggeration. This is the reality of what collectors are willing to pay right now. And the most unbelievable part? Coins like this are still being accidentally spent, still being lost, still being ignored. You could be holding one and not even know it. The market for rare coins is not slowing down, it's accelerating. As more collectors enter the scene and awareness grows, coins with unusual features like this become even more desirable. The supply remains extremely limited, but the demand, it keeps climbing. And that creates one powerful truth. This coin's value is not standing still. It is rising day by day. Wait for time, and it may reach heights that seem impossible today. If you're serious about finding or preserving coins like this, you need to think like a treasure hunter. Always store your coins in a dry, controlled environment. Humidity is the silent enemy that destroys value over time. Use protective holders. Never leave them exposed. The most secret places where coins like this are found are not vaults or museums, but everyday locations. Old drawers, inherited collections, forgotten jars, garage sales, places where history quietly waits. When it comes to cleaning, be extremely careful. Cleaning a coin improperly can destroy its value instantly. Never scrub or polish. If you must clean, use only safe, gentle methods, or better yet, don't clean at all. When checking coins before buying, always start with the basics: date, mint mark, weight, and surface condition. Look for anything unusual. That unusual is where treasure lives. Avoid the biggest mistake: rushing. Patience creates wealth in coin collecting. The greatest finds happen to those who observe carefully and wait intelligently. This 1964 quarter is not just a coin. It's proof that hidden wealth still exists in the most ordinary places. People are losing these treasures every single day, spending them like nothing, while collectors are building fortunes quietly. So the next time you see a quarter, don't ignore it. Look closer, question it, feel it, because you might already have a big treasure sitting in your pocket. And remember, here on Wheat Pennies in Circulation, we bring you fresh updates every single day, because the next life-changing discovery could be just one coin away. At first glance, a 1944 quarter might seem like just another old coin from the past. Something worn, something ordinary, something people toss aside without a second thought. But what if I told you there's a version of this coin so mysterious, so visually striking, that collectors stop breathing for a second when they see it? A 1944 quarter with no mint mark, wrapped in a haunting dark grey-black tone, layered with rusty brown and electric blue spotting across both sides. A coin that looks like it has traveled through time, storms, and secrets, and somehow survived. This is not just a coin. This is a hidden treasure that people are still accidentally losing every single day. On the obverse, the legendary portrait of George Washington appears, but not in the way you expect. Instead of a clean silver shine, the surface is drenched in deep, dark tones, almost charcoal-like, with patches of rusty brown and flashes of bluish hues that shimmer under light. Liberty still stands above, proud and bold, and the date 1944 below carries the weight of history, but the entire visual presence feels aged, powerful, and rare beyond imagination. Turn it over, and the eagle on the reverse spreads its wings, but now surrounded by this dramatic mix of grey-black darkness and oxidized color bursts. The arrows and olive branches remain visible, but the toning gives the coin a personality that no ordinary piece could ever replicate. And again, no mint mark. Silence from the mint, but noise in the collector world. The year 1944 sits right in the middle of World War II, a time when the United States was pushing its resources, industries, and production capabilities to the absolute limit. Coin production was no exception. The U.S. Mint was working under intense pressure, striking coins rapidly to meet economic demand. And in times like these, unusual results can quietly slip into circulation. This quarter belongs to the Washington series, first introduced in 1932. But coins from the 1940s carry a deeper historical energy. They were present during one of the most intense periods in global history. Some collectors believe coins like this, with such dramatic toning and spotting, may have been stored in extreme environments over decades, while others believe chemical reactions and natural aging created these breathtaking surfaces. Whatever the origin, one thing is certain: this coin tells a story that no textbook ever could. This 1944 quarter is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the classic wartime silver standard that gives it intrinsic and collectible value. Its weight should be approximately 6.25 grams, a critical detail that collectors always verify. The diameter measures around 24.3 millimeters, giving it that familiar quarter size, while the thickness remains near 1.75 millimeters. The reeded edge should still show definition, even in very fine condition. These measurements are not just numbers, they are checkpoints. Because when everything aligns and the surface still looks dramatically different, that's when collectors know they're facing something truly rare. Now this is where the excitement reaches another level. The dark grey-black appearance is not ordinary toning. It's deep, intense, and almost shadow-like. The rusty brown areas feel like aged metal, while the blue spots add a surprising, almost electric contrast. This combination is not something you casually find. It's rare, it's unpredictable, and it creates a visual signature that cannot be duplicated. In very fine condition, the coin still retains strong detail, Washington's profile is clear, the eagle's wings are defined, and the overall structure is intact. But it's the surface story, the colors, the patterns, the mystery that transforms this coin into a collector's obsession. Coins like this don't appear in large numbers. They surface quietly, often in forgotten collections, estate sales, or even loose change that someone didn't think twice about. That's what makes this coin so powerful. It hides in plain sight. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching for unusual toning, unique surfaces, and coins that break the norm. And when a 1944 quarter like this appears, it creates instant attention. Because rarity is not just about numbers, it's about uniqueness. And this coin delivers that at the highest level. Now prepare yourself, because this is where reality hits hard. This exact coin, 1944 quarter, with no mint mark, dark grey-black tone, rusty brown and blue spotting in very fine condition, is currently valued at $140,800 in today's market. Yes, this is absolutely current. This is not fiction. This is not hype. This is the real powerful demand of collectors who recognize what this coin truly is. And the most shocking truth? People are still losing coins like this, still spending them, still ignoring them, without realizing they are holding a treasure of unbelievable value. The rare coin market is heating up like never before. Collectors are no longer just looking for clean, shiny coins. They are chasing uniqueness, history, and visual character. Coins with dramatic toning and unusual appearances are becoming more desirable every single day. And when supply is limited and demand keeps growing, the result is simple: prices rise. This coin is not standing still. Its value is climbing. And waiting may unlock even greater rewards. If you ever come across a coin like this, treat it like the treasure it truly is. Store it in a dry place with proper coin holders. Moisture and air exposure can slowly destroy the very features that make it valuable. Look in places others ignore: old family collections, inherited boxes, antique shops, flea markets. These are the hidden zones where treasures quietly wait. Never rush to clean your coin. Cleaning can instantly destroy its natural toning, and with it, its value. The colors you see are part of its identity. When checking coins before buying, always examine the surface carefully. Look for originality. Look for something different. That difference is where the real money hides. And remember, patience is everything. The greatest collectors are not the fastest. They are the smartest and most observant. This 1944 quarter is not just a piece of silver. It's a living piece of history, wrapped in mystery, and carrying a value that most people would never imagine. It proves one powerful truth: hidden treasures are still out there, slipping through hands, disappearing into everyday transactions, waiting for someone to notice. So the next time you see an old quarter, don't ignore it. Because you might be holding something extraordinary, or something rare, something that could quietly change everything. And remember, on Wheat Pennies in Circulation, we bring you fresh updates every single day, because the next big treasure might already be in your hands. Now, before you relax, before you think you've already seen the most shocking coins in this video, stop right here, because this final coin is on another level entirely. A 1941 quarter, no mint mark, covered in a deep, dark, grey-black tone. A coin that doesn't shine, it absorbs light. It looks quiet, almost forgotten, like something people would pass over without even a second glance. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Because coins like this are still being accidentally spent, still being lost, still being ignored, while collectors are chasing them like hidden treasure. This is not just rare. This is the kind of coin that sits silently in circulation, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. On the obverse, George Washington's portrait appears strong, but softened by time. In fine condition, the details are worn just enough to show age, but still clearly recognizable. What truly sets this coin apart is the surface, that deep, gray-black tone that blankets the entire coin. It's not bright, it's not flashy, it's mysterious. The word liberty still stretches across the top, and 1941 below anchors it in history, but the overall look feels heavy, almost secretive. Flip it over, and the eagle design stands firm, but again wrapped in that same dark, shadowy appearance. The feathers are visible, though softened, and the entire reverse feels like it carries decades of untold stories. And once again, no mint mark. A silent detail, but a powerful signal. The year 1941 stands on the edge of a turning point in American history. Just before the United States fully entered World War II, the nation was already preparing, already shifting, already building momentum. Coins from this year carry that quiet tension, that sense of something big approaching. The Washington Quarter Series had already been in circulation for nearly a decade. But coins like this, without a mint mark and with unusual toning, have become increasingly mysterious over time. Some experts believe environmental exposure over decades created this dark appearance, while others suggest storage conditions, chemical reactions, or even unique minting circumstances played a role. But here's the truth. No matter how it happened, this coin ended up completely different from the ordinary. And in the world of collecting, different means valuable. This 1941 quarter follows the classic silver composition, 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it both intrinsic and collectible worth. Its weight should be approximately 6.25 grams, a detail that must remain consistent for authenticity. The diameter measures around 24.3 millimeters, and the thickness sits near 1.75 millimeters. Even in fine condition, the reeded edge should still be partially visible, though softened by wear. Collectors rely on these exact specifications because when the structure is correct and the appearance is still unusual, that's when the excitement builds. What makes this coin truly powerful is its simplicity combined with mystery. No flashy colors, no bright shine, just a deep, dark, gray-black surface that feels almost unnatural. This kind of toning is not something you see every day. It gives the coin a presence, a weight, a feeling that it has survived something significant. In fine condition, the wear actually adds to its character. The softened details tell a story of circulation, of movement, of time passing through countless hands. And yet, despite all that, it survived. That survival, that uniqueness, is what collectors are willing to fight for. Coins like this are slipping through the cracks every single day. Because to an untrained eye, this looks like an old, worn coin. Nothing special, nothing valuable. But to collectors, this is exactly the kind of piece they are searching for. The combination of year, no mint mark, dark toning, and surviving condition creates a rare profile that doesn't appear often. And when supply is low and awareness is rising, demand becomes intense. Collectors across the United States are watching, waiting, and ready to act the moment a coin like this appears. Because they know this is not just a coin. This is hidden wealth. And now, the moment that brings everything together, this exact coin, 1941 quarter, with no mint mark, dark gray-black appearance, in fine condition, is currently valued at $160,100 in today's market. Yes, this price is absolutely current. Let that sink in. A coin that most people would overlook, ignore, or spend without hesitation is actually carrying a value that feels like a hidden fortune. And the most unbelievable part? Coins like this are still out there, moving through circulation, waiting to be discovered. The rare coin market is evolving fast. Collectors are no longer just chasing perfection. They are chasing story, rarity, and uniqueness. Coins with unusual toning and historical presence are becoming more desirable every single day. And as more people learn about these hidden treasures, the competition increases, and so does the price. This coin is not at its peak yet. Its value is rising, and time is only making it stronger. If you ever find a coin like this, protect it immediately. Store it in a dry environment using proper coin holders to preserve its surface and detail. Search where others don't. Old boxes, inherited collections, forgotten storage spaces. These are the places where treasures hide quietly. Never rush to clean your coin. That dark tone is not dirt, it's part of its identity. Removing it can destroy its value instantly. When checking coins, always focus on originality. Look at the color, the wear, the details. Ask yourself, does this look different? Because different is where the real treasure lives. And most importantly, be patient. Wealth in coin collecting doesn't come from speed. It comes from observation, discipline, and timing. This 1941 quarter proves one powerful truth. Treasure doesn't always shine. Sometimes it hides in darkness, in silence, in coins that people overlook every single day. It's out there right now, slipping through hands, disappearing into transactions, waiting for someone to finally notice its true worth. So don't ignore your change. Don't underestimate the ordinary, because you might already be holding a treasure beyond imagination right in your pocket. And remember, wheat pennies in circulation brings you fresh updates every single day, because the next discovery, the next hidden fortune, could already be yours.